Alright, so you can hear Aubrey blowing, sorry, but I'm gonna get started on the video and then head to the back. So we mostly focusing on the back, at least the front. What we were able to do was really outstanding. I think we were only in the front for like about an hour or so. So the dahlias are still staked up as last time, same with the zinnias or marigolds. But we were able to do a bunch of leaf debris cleanup. It is kind of tough because as we clean up, more leaves keep on falling. But the bed was pristine and it's looking really nice and neat and pretty. Same for over here. We kind of deadheaded the pestimids and all those little guys. I think next will be these purple ones. But besides that, this bed really is looking good and nice and neat and pretty. Really happy about it, and you can see that we fluffed and raked and everything of the sorts. We got all of these hydrangeas. They're all being spent. There was one pretty one. There's like a really pretty purple one. We have a bouquet. It's somewhere near my car that we're gonna get to Joanna once we're done blowing. But all of this was cleaned out, which is looking really good. Same with this planter. And then I know Darby got to over here a little bit, so she's able to cut back the alyssum that was really trying to come out, and same for over here. So now she's all nice and neat. It's looking really nice and pretty. So that's doing good. And over here, we cut off the spent hydrangeas as well, deadhead and vernariums, and then just kind of raked and weeded and all the sorts. The geraniums are still doing good. The sweet potatoes are growing like crazy. All the pestimids are already deadheaded. We do have this guy in the back, which we'll have to figure out what's happening. I don't know if we're gonna shape it, stake it, or let it be. So I guess we'll see. But this bed was all done. You can see it was all raked and fluffed and everything of the sorts. We did not get to this bed today, but I was okay with that just because it's very well maintained from last time and we were really able to nail out the back. So all of this was fluffed and raked. And then over here, so this bed is what we started in the beginning, in the morning. So we were able to really nail down this bed. Kind of hard to see with the shadows and everything, but this bed really is looking really good. Honestly, I think it's probably the best this backyard has been. There's some plants over there. We don't know if she wanted to plant with that or not. We didn't see her. But for this guy's kind of struggling. He's trying to cut back a dead without just like leaving it completely bald. There's some like kind of growth back over there that's happening. Looking good. These lollipop roses are a little sad, but hopefully they'll bounce back. I know we had some irrigation issues before. Yeah. Sorry about the noise. Yeah, all of these beds were done, raked and staked, whatever needed to be staked. So this is the bed. This is all this back bed. These magnolias are really kind of sad, honestly. Hopefully they'll bounce back next year. I think that's the goal. But it's looking good. The moss is starting to look really green, which is really fun. The snapdragons are good. The dahlias are good. So this whole section is good. And then Darby kind of shaped up these little guys a little bit. So this whole back was done. It's looking pretty. We also got out all the leaves that were over here, including all the leaves that were lining it, just because they always blow out when we blow and it makes a mess. So all these leaves were cleaned up beforehand. Same with the leaves that are usually under these pallets. There's always like 100 hidden underneath them. When we blow, they like sweep out. So Aubrey was able to kind of clean a majority of under the pallets before we blew, so that was really good. We got this bed front and back, and the planters are doing good. It does kind of suck that we're kind of in between things. I would like some more annuals, for example, for this one. And kind of this one as well. I think the irrigation, this is the best it's gonna look post irrigation problems. But we could either, start putting in some fall things, or this is all looking good. So we could either put in some fall things in the planters and kind of start, moving it over. But yeah, so these guys aren't the best. It's pretty much the sweet potatoes that are still doing decent. Half the alyssum, I think there's only one corner of alyssum that's there. And then the begonias, they're definitely popping back. But there's this one. This one definitely looks better and more full. And then this one over here, again, the sweet potatoes are doing pretty good, and the alyssum is kind of like 50-50 over here. So we could either, kind of transition it to fall, or just kind of let this wave, just kind of ride the wave of how it's going, and then do the new planters then. But yeah, all these planters are looking fairly good. Honestly, I think this back looks gorgeous. I'm taking photos of all these. I think it looks very pristine, very gorgeous, very beautiful. We do have lavender still blooming, which is super fun. This bed is still doing pretty good. And all this was raked and weeded as well. And everything of the sorts. So yeah, I think all in all, it looks incredible. I'm also really proud and really grateful and excited for what the girls did today. I think they absolutely killed it. I think this back looks pristine. I'm very happy with it. And honestly, I think the front looks gorgeous. Besides the one bed, we hit all the main visual areas. Everything looks good. And then we could focus in on that side bed, the one that's over there, next time, and just kind of keep it in line. But that bed usually needs a little less maintenance anyway. And it still looks good from last time. So honestly, I think this property is looking really gorgeous today. And I'm really happy with what we've done. So yeah, that is the video. Thank you.